The second part of question 9 is 9b, and it's where Ted asks if Gavin has 10 plants over 120 centimetres in height. And we have to explain why Gavin can't be certain that he has 10 plants over this height. So this is purely down to the fact that this is group data. The way that they collected this data, they grouped the number of plants into categories. So we'd write something to that effect. The data is group data and Gavin, that says Gavin, does not know the exact height of each plant. He can only estimate. That'll do. So C is where we get a lot of marks. We get 6 marks in this question, and that's because we're going to have to use our graph that we drew previously. That's why I've copied it over. Gavin sells these 80 plants and he uses the price list that you've got below in the table. Each plant costs him 60p to grow. We need to estimate the total profit that he will receive when he sells all these plants. Now, you will get a certain degree of tolerance when you do this question, because not everyone's going to draw exactly the same curve, exactly the same graph. All the points are going to be plotted in the right place, but the curve might be very, very slightly different for some people. So there's a tolerance you're going to get in your answer to this question. So yours might be different to mine, and we might all both get 6 marks, which is fair. So first thing we need to do is look at the height of the plants that we're interested in. We're looking at the heights being less than or the same as 80 centimetres. So I'm going to go along to 80 centimetres on the scale. Each one of these little squares is worth 5. If you have a look there, you've got 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So 80 is here, and I'm going to use a line to go up from 80. Now I'm going to hit my curve, and it hits the curve roughly here. Now I need to be as accurate as I can possibly be. I'm going to go across, and that looks to me like the number 29, halfway between 28 and 30. So I'm going to say that I've got 29 plants that are able to be sold for £2. So I'm going to write that down. And then I'm going to go back to my graph and work out how many plants I can sell for £3.50. So I'm going to go up from 120, which is here, and straight line up to the graph. And again, it looks like I've got a little bit of a kink in the graph there. So I'm going to go up to this value here at 70. Looks like it hits at 70. And then I'm going to go across to 70. So that's got to be a straight line. It's quite awkward for me to do on the computer, but you should be drawing that with a ruler and a very sharp pencil and getting a nice accurate line. So I've got a difference here of 10, 20, 30, 41. So I've got 41 plants that I can sell for £3.50. And I'll do the calculations in a minute. And then I've got the number of plants that I can sell. So it looks like I've got 10 plants that I can sell for £5. Okay. Now that's going to give me the total amount of sales. And then I'm going to need to remember that it's actually cost him some money to grow those plants in the first place. So I'm going to put growing cost. Oh, that's a G. C-O-S-T. That's how you spell cost. So growing cost is something we need to put into our calculations. And then we're going to get our profit. So I've done no calculations just yet. I'm just going to bring the calculator in to do all that for me because it's a calculator paper, might as well. 29 times 2 is equal to £58. So I've got £58. I've then got 41 multiplied by £3.50, which is £143.50. And then I've got 10 times 5, which is obviously £50. Don't need to calculate for that one. And then we can add up our total sales. So if we add on the £50 and the £58, we get a total of £251.50. 251.50. The growing cost, if we calculate the growing cost, it is 80 plants multiplied by 60p. That gives us £48. So all we have to do is do 251.50, take away the 48. So 251.5 minus 48 equals £203 and 50 pence. And that will be the answer.